Televisa presents a small town on the banks of the Papaloapan River in Mexico is silent witness to the dreams, the yearnings, and the first love of a group of young friends who will enjoy a summer of love. Dylan. Sensitive, introverted, and unpredictable.
Si mi amigo no trabaja aquí, yo tampoco.
Dylan's fondest dream is to become a movie director, and his greatest supporter, going back to his childhood days, is his best friend, Zoe.
Para los videos de Dylan. Ya ves que los tienen tirados por todas partes.
Dylan has always been a good son, but everything changes when he meets Isabella and feels the first pangs of young love, which turn him into an irritable, rebellious teenager.
¡Dylan!
Toda la noche se la pasó editando un video.
Isabella. Spiteful, angry, and spoiled.
¿Qué te pasa, Zoe?
Isabella and her brother Enzo are new in town, having just moved in with their grandparents. Their mother left them with the elderly couple, and their father is in prison for fraud. Isabella's grandparents shelter her and Enzo from the truth, but Isabella grows bitter, believing her parents don't love her.
No juzgues a tus padres.
Her personality becomes warped, and she develops a taste for seeing other people suffer. She makes Dylan fall in love with her, only to tear him away from Zoe.
Tú vete. Dylan, pero yo que te vayas, Zoe.
Zoe. Innocent, gentle, and sweet. Zoe has lived with her elder sister Flora since their mother left town going after a man.
Nadie va a volver a lastimarte como lo había hecho mamá.
Flora is carrying Oton's child. Oton is obsessed with her
Sé que es un hombre casado, con hijos y que por eso no se ocupa de la niña.
and has promised to leave his wife, but he has no intention really of doing so. Zoe is also going through a rough time because since Isabella appeared in Dylan's life, Zoe has realized that she's in love with her best friend.
¿Por qué te enamoraste de otra?
She doesn't realize it quite yet, but time will prove that Dylan feels the same way about her. Baldomero. Likeable, impetuous, and brave. Baldomero is Reina's oldest son. After her husband Raul left them, she lost her will to live and stopped looking after her children.
Necesitas ayuda, mamá. Lo único que necesito es que regrese tu papá.
That's why Baldomero has to work to support his mother and siblings.
Para el verano del 2015 y vendemos 30,000 elotes, conseguimos lo que necesitamos.
At work, he meets Sofia, a woman who is 20 years older than he.
No, podría ser mi hijo.
With her, he learns to see the world in a different way, and their brief relationship will help him mature. Miranda. Idealistic, rebellious, and passionate. Miranda is Baldomero's sister, and it is she who suffers most for her father's desertion, since she is the one who most resembles him physically. And she also has to bear her mother's anger.
Esta es tu última temporada en Tlacotalpan.
Miranda feels deeply in love with Mauro, the richest boy in town. And although their love seems doomed because of their social differences
Entiende que no es de tu clase.
and their strong tempers,
¡Ven para acá! ¿Cuánto apuestas a que se muere por mí?
they strive to stay together. Especially when Isabella decides to have fun flirting with him. Mauro. Irresponsible, shameless, and violent. Mauro's father is Oton, an apparently honest businessman with some shady dealings on the side. An insensitive, selfish man that tortures his wife Sofia
and his children, Mauro and Dana,
with his oppression and lack of affection.
Prefiero dormir en un hotel, en la camioneta o donde sea que estar aquí con ustedes. Yo me largo.
Mauro reflects his father's rejection in his rebellious and arrogant behavior, hurting everyone he sees as an inferior. That's why when he meets Miranda, he begins to play a rejection game that will soon turn into passionate love, and he'll have to fight with all his might for this
¿Qué te
love.
contó, Zoe? Que Miranda te odia.
Dante, intelligent, determined, and kind-hearted. Dante is a literature professor who comes to town on the run with a price on his head for a crime he did not commit. Because of his past, he has no intention of falling in love again.
A mí déjenme en paz.
But when he meets Flora, he realizes that he cannot escape love. He's glad to take charge of Flora and her baby, but Oton's obsession will be a
Te
shadow
guste o no te guste, esa hija que esperas también es mía.
that threatens them with death itself. Of the town grown-ups, Dante is the one who better understands these young people. He will advise and protect them. A group of teenagers who must learn to share, who will have fun and experience love for the first time, who will suffer, mature, and grow up together in this summer of love. Just let us take you there.